In Dubai Open 2025 Round 3, Sanal steers the game into a well-known Italian game Gioco pianissimo, testing Pham Tran Phuc's preparation. On e4. On e5. Knight f3. Threatening knight takes e5. Knight c6. Bishop c4. Bishop c5 entered in Italian game Gioco pianissimo. On d3. On h6. Knight c3. Knight f6. On h3. On d6. Knight a4. Sanal intends to play. Knight takes c5. On takes c5. Bishop b5. Queen d6. Bishop takes c6 check. On takes c6. On b3. Knight d7. Bishop b2, and establish a winning position. Bishop b6 played by Pham Tran Phuc. On a3. Bishop e6. Pham Tran Phuc is planning to play. Bishop takes c4. On takes c4. Knight takes e4, and establish a winning position. Bishop takes e6 played by Sanal. On takes e6. On b4. King castled kingside. On c3. Queen d7. King castled kingside. Queen f7. Rook a2. Knight e7. It is novelty move. Knight h2. Knight g6. On g3. On c6. Knight takes b6. On takes b6. Knight g4. King h7. Rook c2. On b5. Queen e2. Knight d7. On c4. Threatening pawn takes b5. Rook a c8 played by Pham Tran Phuc. King g2. On takes c4. On takes c4. On d5. Bishop b2. On d4. On c5. Knight f6. Bishop c1. Queen d7. Rook d2. Sanal might go for. On a4. Queen e8. Rook d3. Rook c7. Knight h2, and secure a stronghold in the game. Rook f7 played by Pham Tran Phuc. Rook d3. On b6. On takes b6. Queen b7. Do not rush. Can you find the strongest move for Sanal? Rook f3 is the correct move because Rook h8. On a4. Queen takes b6. Bishop d2. Queen b7. On a5. Sanal heading towards winning. Let's analyze the main game. Queen b7. Knight takes f6 check. Slightly worse move played by Sanal. Rook takes f6. Bishop d2. Queen takes b6. Rook c1. On c5. On takes c5. Rook takes c5. Rook takes c5. Queen takes c5. Rook b3. Queen c6. Queen d3. Rook f7. Rook b1. Rook a7. Threatening rook takes a3. Rook c1 played by Sanal. Threatening rook takes c6. Queen a8 played by Pham Tran Phuc. Threatening rook takes a3. Bishop b4 played by Sanal. Knight e7. Bishop d6. Knight f5. Threatening knight takes d6. Bishop b4 played by Sanal. Sanal is preparing to play. Rook c5. On h5. King h2, and gain a significant edge. Knight e7 played by Pham Tran Phuc. King g1. Knight c6. Bishop c5. Threatening bishop takes a7. Rook b7 played by Pham Tran Phuc. Queen c4. Knight a5. Threatening knight takes c4. Queen a4 played by Sanal. Rook c7. On h4. Queen a6. On h5. On d3. Pham Tran Phuc is preparing to play. On d2. Rook d1. Queen e2. Rook takes d2. Queen takes d2. Bishop e3. Queen e1 check. King h2. Rook c8. Queen d7, and gain a significant edge. Queen e8 played by Sanal. Queen c8. Queen g6 check. King g8. Pham Tran Phuc's idea is to play knight b3. Rook b1. Knight takes c5. On g4. Queen d8. On g5. On d2, and increase their advantage significantly. Rook d1 played by Sanal. Sanal is looking to play bishop e3. Knight c4. Bishop takes h6 and seize the initiative. Rook takes c5 played by Pham Tran Phuc. Rook takes d3. Rook c7. Rook d6. Rook e7. Pham Tran Phuc intends to play knight b3. Rook b6. Knight d4. King g2. Rook f7. Rook b2. Knight f3. Queen g4. Knight e1 check, and dominate the board. King g2 played by Sanal. Knight c6. On a4. Knight d4. Pham Tran Phuc is aiming to play Queen b8. Rook a6. Rook f7. On a5. Queen f8, and take decisive advantage. On a5 played by Sanal. Queen f8. On f4. Rook f7. Threatening queen takes d6. Rook b6 played by Sanal. On takes f4. On a6. On f3 check. King f2. Queen c5. Rook b8 check. Rook f8. Rook takes f8 check. King takes f8. On e5. Queen c3. Pham Tran Phuc claimed a well-earned victory.